Eala closes in on milestone despite losing to Coco Gauff at Dubai. Eala had her run at the 2026 Dubai Tennis Championships stopped by Coco Gauff in the quarterfinals on Thursday. After narrow wins in her first two matches, Gauff looked much more assured against Eala, controlling the match from start to finish and winning 6-0, 6-2. The American star will now face Eala for a place in the final. Even though she struggled to get going against Gauff, it had still been an impressive week for the Filipina. Before Thursday's quarterfinal loss, she beat Hailey Baptiste and Serena Cersti either side of a stunning win over 6th seed Jasmine Paolini. According to the WTA Live rankings, Eala is expected to climb 15 spots, moving up to world number 32 after collecting 205 ranking points in Dubai. This move puts the 20-year-old inside the Grand Slam seeding cutoff for the first time in her career. The 20-year-old will become the first Filipino player ever to reach this level, further cementing her place as one of the most recognizable athletes in Filipino sport. With this rise, she is expected to leapfrog two former Grand Slam champions, Sofia Kenin and Marketa Vondrousova, who won the Australian Open in 2020 and Wimbledon in 2023 respectively. Eala is also set to surpass Serena Cersti, Sarah Beljek and Elisabetta Cocciaretto, all of whom have lifted WTA trophies in 2026. If she can hold on to her spot over the next few months, there is a good chance she could be seated at Roland Garros when May comes around. Coco Gauff joins Martina Hingis and Maria Sharapova in early career milestone. According to Opta Ace, since the Tier 1/WTA 1000 format was introduced in 1990, only Martina Hingis and Maria Sharapova have reached more semifinals at this level before turning 22 than Gauff. Sharapova appeared in 15 WTA 1000 semifinals before her 22nd birthday, while Gauff has now reached 13. Hingis, who won 12 Grand Slam titles before she turned 19, made an incredible 33 WTA 1000 semifinals by the time she was 22. Gauff is set to face Elina Svitolina next. If she wins that match, she will meet either Jessica Pegula or Amanda Anisimova in the final. Pegula advanced by beating Clara Tauson on Thursday, while Anisimova got past Mira Andreeva to book her spot in the last four. Eala. The rise, the run, and the resonance, Dubai story. There are stories in sport that transcend scores, statistics, and even final results. Stories that stir hearts not only because of what an athlete did on the court, but because of what they represented, for fans, for their nation, and for the evolution of the sport itself. The 2026 Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships bore witness to one such story, one starring the 20-year-old Filipino tennis phenomenon Alexandra Eala. Though her run was halted by Coco Gauff, the world number 4 and one of the elite players on the WTA Tour, what Eala achieved in Dubai wasn't defined by a loss, it was defined by promise, progress, and a milestone that will echo far beyond the desert courts of the United Arab Emirates. A journey worth celebrating. From the moment she stepped onto the Dubai court, Eala carried a blend of composure and quiet confidence that belied her age. Coming off a challenging start to the season and fresh from hard-fought losses, she wasn't here to just participate, she was here to compete. Her pathway to the quarterfinals began with battles that tested her mental toughness. After a first-round victory over Hailey Baptiste, she dismantled a difficult opponent in world number 8 Jasmine Paolini, a seeded player widely respected for her consistency. Then, in a tight, thrilling round of 16 against Serena Cersti, Eala battled back from a deficit to seal a gritty 7-5, 6-4 win. These victories secured her first WTA 1000 quarterfinal in Dubai and added precious momentum to her evolving career. It wasn't just about wins, it was about context. The Dubai Tennis Championships is one of the sport's most prestigious stops, drawing virtually every top-tier player in the women's game. For Eala to navigate into the last 8 in her debut at this level, on a court surrounded by tennis royalty, was a declaration of arrival. The Gauff Challenge, a test of the elite. Stepping onto the center court against Coco Gauff, Eala faced a defining moment. Gauff isn't just another opponent. She's a former Grand Slam champion, a fixture in the world's top 5, and someone whose game combines power, precision and experience. The result, a 6-0, 6-2 win for Gauff, might seem definitive on paper. But sport rarely tells the full story through numbers alone. Yes, Gauff controlled rallies with strategic depth and tactical finesse. Yes, Eala struggled to find rhythm early. But the undercurrent beneath the surface was one of growth and grit. In the second set, with a roaring crowd behind her, many cheering her on with unmistakable Filipino passion, Eala clawed her way back, finding a window of opportunity. She won 2 games in succession, momentarily shifting the momentum and reminding the tennis world that she wasn't merely present, she was resilient. Beyond the scoreline, what this moment means. What makes this Dubai journey so meaningful isn't encapsulated by that quarter-final scoreline. It's found in what Eala earned along the way. Chart increasing a major ranking milestone. Despite her exit, Eala's performance earned her 215 WTA ranking points, a haul significant enough to propel her toward a career-best position near the top 30. That ranking is more than a number. It's a gateway, offering seeded entries into future major tournaments such as Indian Wells and Miami, where a more favorable draw could translate into deeper runs and headline moments. Seeding at big events not only improves her immediate tournament prospects, it also signals to the world that Eala is no longer an emerging name, but a formidable threat on the main stage. Globe showing Europe-Africa representation on the global stage. For the Philippines, a nation still emerging in the international tennis landscape, Eala's quarterfinal run resonated like a national anthem played loud and proud. Millions of Filipino fans watched her rise with pride, unified by her grit and inspired by her courage. Her presence on courts where legends play transforms dreams into possibilities for a generation of young athletes watching back home. Called by some a Cinderella run, what unfolded wasn't a fairy tale. It was proof of consistency, preparation, and determination. Brain lessons and the road ahead. Eala herself acknowledged the gap she felt in her match against Gauff, recognizing areas to refine while acknowledging the invaluable experience gained. Rather than shrinking from the challenge, she embraced it as a measurable target. As she said post-match, closing the gap is part of her ongoing mission, and one she's approaching with tenacity. This mindset, blending self-awareness with tenacity, is what separates good athletes from great ones. Legacy in motion. Every iconic athlete has defining moments, matches that pivot their narrative from hopeful to undeniable. For Eala, Dubai 2026 may not have ended with a trophy, but it ended with affirmation. She belonged in the quarters of a WTA 1000 event. She earned critical ranking points and momentum. She drew admiration from rivals, including Gauff herself, and fans worldwide. She inspired not only Filipinos, but young tennis players across Asia and beyond. And most importantly, she grew, not just as a competitor, but as a rising star poised to shine for years to come. This isn't the end of Eala's story.